Big Tyler Glasnow on the mound. Make your pitches. 1-2 the count, and 2-2. A swing at him.
He's been really good in the 2020 postseason. Clayton Kershaw. He strikes out. And a strikeout.
2-2, breaking ball.
Game 1. We've got Tyler Glasnow against Clayton Kershaw. Let's take a look at it. Glasnow comes in 5-1 on the regular season, 2-1 in the postseason. Great K rate. So everyone boasts about him. 19 in the third innings in the postseason with 25 strikeouts, 8 walks, a little high, but his home runs are up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Round 1, pretty good. 6 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. Good first round against the Blue Jays, right? But it was the Blue Jays. He kind of mowed them down. A bend don't break kind of game against the Yankees. Goes 5, strikes out 10, gave up 4 runs, but the Rays backed him up. He got a 7-5 win. And then game 5 steps up, 2-day rest. He comes in, gives him 2 1/3 innings, no runs, kind of set the tone in the clinching game against the Yankees. Then against the Astros, just 1 start. Could have been better. Got that game 4 start, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 home runs, 4 runs allowed overall. How do you feel about Glasnow? Personally, I think he's the 3rd best starting pitcher for the Rays in this matchup. But he's going for game 1 because he's the most rested. It's his turn up. Glasnow faced as many lefties as he did righties during the regular season. He held both sides to an average of 200, but righties hit more homers off of him. 8. Word here is that Glasnow's home rate is up in the playoffs, and that's a red flag, especially going against the Dodgers.
A lot of money for those things, and my goodness.
My goodness! Jansen again! Oh!
Pitch, so no problem feeling the spike there as Stanton hits one hard into right field. That's deep, and that one's gone. Giancarlo Stanton derby here at Petco Park, and he hammers that one. Stanton will watch it fly. Over the last few years, and look at Altuve turns on another one. That's deep in the left field. Arozarena will watch it fly. And run at first. Springer turns on one down the left field line. That is going to be up and gone.
Now, on the other side, Kershaw, 6-2 in the regular season, 2.15 ERA, 2-1 in the playoffs. His NLCS game 4, not great. Goes 5, gives up 4 on 7 hits and a walk.
Hard hit, base hit. And Atlanta will take the lead. Digging into second, Freeman. 3-2 pitch. That's into left center field. Another run. Driven in by Ozuna.
In the World Series, 1-2 and 4 starts. Pitched well in his first World Series against the Astros, and since then, none of his starts have gone that well. We talked about it yesterday. 0-2 with a 7.11 ERA in the World Series against the Red Sox, but this is his chance to redeem himself. During the season, Kershaw against lefties, they hit 180 off him, 9 for 50. But 6 of those 9 were extra base hits. 3 were doubles and 3 were homers. Versus righties hit 199 off him, 32 for 161 for 5 home runs. So a higher slugging percentage by the left-handed hitters. Now let's look at the head-to-head matchups. Versus Glasnow, current Dodgers are 7 for 20 with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. Who's hit him? Cody Bellinger, 2 for 2 with 2 homers and a walk.
Hammered to center. Deep into the shrubbery.
Mookie Betts is 3 for 9 with 2 walks and a double. Taylor's 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 RBIs. Pollock is 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI. And everyone else really hasn't done anything. Muncie's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Jock Peterson's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Nothing really happening with the rest of the lineup. Not a lot of history. Just 20 at-bats here. So not a lot. But ultimately we'll kind of see how he navigates around, Bellinger and Betts, who've really gotten to him before. Dodgers are a better team against right-handed pitching. An OPS of 837, versus righties and 778 versus lefties. That's why I think Snell and Yarbrough could have a good series here. Leading the way is Mookie with an OPS of just over 1,000 and Seager's just under at 998. Now let's look at Kershaw. Current Rays are 9 for 60 with 7 walks and 18 strikeouts. Most of those at-bats are Margot and Renfroe when they were with the Padres. Nobody's really hit him, though. Margot has the most hits, 5, but that's in 22 at-bats, and he struck out 7 times. Renfroe has a homer against him, but he's just 3 for 22. Does have 5 walks. That's all right. The rest of the Rays to face him, Meadows is 1 for 6. Adames is 0 for 2. Choi is 0 for 3. Lau is 0 for 3. Zunino is 0 for 2. You know, the Rays had the 6th best OPS against left-handed pitching in all of baseball during the regular season at 794, so that's encouraging. And they have a 745 OPS versus lefties in the postseason. That's kind of middle of the pack, but it's hard to judge postseason stats like that right now because you got some teams have played 2 games and some have played 20 games. So that's sort of tricky, but they're holding their own with their OPS compared to what it was during the regular season. Lau, Adames, Brousseau, Arozarena have all hit over 300 versus left-handed pitching this year. For the Rays to win, Glasnow is going to have to get that homer rate back down and get Kershaw rattled. The Rays are going to have to get Kershaw rattled. They're going to have to get to him early. They're going to have to get him thinking, God, not again. That's what you got to do. If they can jump on him, get some hits, get a rally going, get some runs early, Kershaw might get in his own head, and they might be able to get to him. For the Dodgers to win, they just need to hit the way they've been hitting and jump on Glasnow and get as many runs as they can early because runs against that bullpen can be difficult. So they got to jump on Glasnow early and try to get a lead that they can hold the rest of the way. I think Kershaw pitches well here. In 19 postseason innings, he's only walked 2 batters and struck out 23. I know the Braves got to him. I know he's got the history, but I feel confident with him in this situation. So I like Kershaw here. I think the Dodgers jump out and take game 1. I don't like how so much of the Rays production is coming from just a couple of guys. The Dodgers are getting it from pretty much everywhere. And I don't like Glasnow giving up that high home run rate here in the postseason. One of the things we talked about yesterday was how really the only 2 guys in the Dodgers lineup who haven't done anything this postseason was Pollock and Taylor. And Pollock and Taylor, granted it's only a couple of at-bats, have hit Glasnow. So it's a favorable matchup for the Dodgers. Those 2 guys. Those are the 2 guys that are sort of not carrying their weight so far here in the postseason, or at least didn't in the NLCS. But everyone else was hitting, so they were good. They were able to get by. This will be a great first game. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see how it all plays out, and I hope you guys are too. Be back tomorrow for a game 2 preview. Kind of do the same thing. Dive into the pitchers' histories, the splits, do all that, the head-to-head history. Give you a good feel for where the key matchups are and everything for game 2. But enjoy game 1. I know I will, and I look forward to talking to you guys again soon.